Standing up for yourself. Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something important, standing up for yourself. As Aries, we're on a journey to learn how to be more independent and confident. We've learned that in the past we might have relied too much on what others think, and that's held us back. But now we're ready to change that. We're learning to trust ourselves and believe in our own abilities. It's not always easy, and we might fear that others won't like us or will disagree with us. But the truth is, it's okay to have different opinions and to stand up for what we believe in. When we find the courage to be ourselves, we become stronger and more confident. We don't need to rely on others to make us feel good about ourselves. Instead, we can be our own source of strength and inspiration. So let's make a decision today to stand up for ourselves, to be brave, and to trust our own instincts. Let's show the world what we're capable of, and let's be proud of who we are. Embracing our convictions. We've allowed others to dominate our lives for too long, compromising our own thoughts and feelings to avoid conflict. But it's time to break free from this pattern. We need to understand that our unique perspectives are valuable and worth sharing. The truth is, diversity of thought is what drives growth and progress. When we share our convictions, even if it creates conflict, we spark meaningful discussions and challenge each other's assumptions. This process of standing up for what we believe in creates change, and change is essential for growth. By defending our convictions, we not only grow as individuals, but also help those around us to grow. We're not about being confrontational, but about being authentic and true to ourselves. When we're willing to stand up for what we believe in, we open ourselves up to the possibility of change and evolution. So let's make a commitment to ourselves to speak our truth, to share our convictions, and to stand up for what we believe in. Let's create a ripple effect of growth and positive change in the world around us. The path to true independence. As we continue on our journey, we're learning to break free from the chains of overdependency. We've come to realize that our happiness in relationships, whether romantic, friendships, or professional, hinges on our ability to stand on our own 2 feet. If we rush into relationships without defining ourselves, we risk losing our sense of identity and falling back into old patterns of dependency. We might lean too heavily on others, expecting them to carry us through life's challenges. But when they inevitably grow tired of holding us up, we'll be left feeling lost and uncertain. The universe isn't asking us to wait for someone else to push us out the door. Instead, we're being called to take control of our own lives, to define ourselves, and to find our own strength and courage. By doing so, we'll become the architects of our own happiness, and our relationships will flourish as a result. Let's take the reins of our lives and forge our own path to independence, balancing independence and connection. As we navigate relationships, we're learning to strike a crucial balance, being independent individuals while still contributing to and benefiting from the whole. This means finding ways to maintain our sense of self within the context of a relationship. When we have our own passions, interests, or pursuits, it gives us a sense of identity and confidence. This, in turn, allows us to hold on to our views and opinions, even when they're different from our partners. By establishing our own identity, we can have a more nurturing and harmonious relationship. The key is to find that sweet spot where we can be ourselves, pursue our interests, and still be connected to others. By doing so, we'll build stronger, more resilient relationships that allow us to grow and thrive together. Let's focus on cultivating our individuality while nurturing our connections with others. The power of assertiveness. As we continue on our journey, we're learning the importance of assertiveness. We've often let others make decisions for us, valuing their opinions over our own. But this pattern is changing. We're recognizing that our thoughts and feelings are just as valuable as anyone else's. We tend to attract strong-willed people who challenge us to stand up for ourselves. This isn't a coincidence. The universe is pushing us to develop our assertiveness. We can either learn to express ourselves confidently or risk being overshadowed by others. The choice is ours. By embracing assertiveness, we'll become more empowered and confident in our decisions. We'll learn to communicate our needs and boundaries effectively, and our relationships will become more balanced and respectful. Let's take ownership of our thoughts, feelings, and desires, and assert ourselves in a way that honors our true selves, overcoming fear, embracing assertiveness. We've long been uncomfortable with conflict, often backing down when faced with raised voices or anger. but we're learning to assert ourselves, to stand up for what we want, and to believe that our needs are just as important as anyone else's. It's time to break free from the habit of conceding when competition arises. We don't have to step aside just because someone else wants the same thing. Instead, we can recognize our goals and pursue them with confidence and assertiveness. We need to realize that competition is a natural part of life, and that we can't always expect things to come easily to us. By developing our assertiveness, we'll become more confident in our abilities and more effective in achieving our goals. Let's go after what we want without fear of rejection or defeat. Let's claim our place in the world and pursue our passions with determination and courage. Embracing competition and new beginnings. We're learning to overcome our fear of competition and the fear of losing. We've come to realize that the only true humiliation is in not trying at all. By embracing competition, we can discover our strengths and weaknesses and learn to enjoy the process of growth and improvement. Another crucial lesson for us is to not be afraid to start over. As Aries, we're naturally attuned to new beginnings, and this energy can help us break free from old patterns and habits. However, our tendency to want to know all the facts and figures before making a decision can make new beginnings challenging. We need to learn to trust ourselves and our abilities even when faced with uncertainty. By doing so, we'll become more confident and resilient, and we'll be able to navigate life's twists and turns with greater ease. Let's focus on building our trust in ourselves and embracing the unknown, and we'll find that new beginnings become opportunities for growth and transformation. Following your inner spark. We've all been there, feeling like we're going down dead-end streets, whether it's in our careers or relationships. We might take a job that seems promising, only to find out it's not sustainable, or get involved with people who aren't a good match for us. But what's the common thread here? Often it's following what others want for us, instead of listening to our own inner voice. When we prioritize external expectations over our own desires, we can end up feeling unfulfilled and stuck. The key is to tap into our inner spark and follow what truly energizes us. When we're doing something that excites and motivates us, we're more likely to attract situations that support our growth and well-being. Let's focus on finding those projects and relationships that charge our battery and bring us joy. By doing so, we'll become more intuitive about the choices we make and more likely to create a fulfilling life. The power of self-trust. We've been stuck in a pattern of dead-end streets for too long, but the key to breaking free lies within us. On a deep level, we already know what we need to do. We just need to tap into that inner wisdom and trust ourselves. Self-trust is the foundation of success. When we believe in ourselves, we can face competition and rejection without fear. We can stand up, try again, and keep moving forward even when things don't work out. By developing self-trust, we'll unlock our full potential. We'll become unstoppable. So let's make a commitment to ourselves to cultivate this trust. Let's listen to our inner voice and follow our intuition. With self-trust, there's very little we can't achieve. Thank you.